And start streaming. Okay, so this is the fourth session of the American Courage little mini-series in Game Night's new Champion series. We are using Brennel's Hero mod. It is pretty awesome, and we have been part of playtesting it and trying to see how it all works in live play. The players that we have with us tonight are Wild Thing, Maximum Resistance, and Cypher and his little robot army. And there are a couple of other players that are were in this session but aren't able to make it tonight, and so they're gonna find other things to be doing. Windwalker was with us previously and is gonna be she's a teleporter, so she's gonna be poofing out and taking care of some things to get out of this situation. But right now we are going to start at the top of the order. This group has responded to a call where there is a slowly spreading molten-metal transformation happening from a ship that is emergency docked at the Zug Island industrial complex. And this little compound that we are showing on the screen is underground, and these three little devices over here are tunneling engines where they have this group has tunneled into or sideways toward the ship, trying to figure out how to get to it to disable or deactivate or do something with the molten metal spreading transformation. And the group has just burst into this tunnel room, and Maximum Resistance did like what was like an electric entangle, and Wild Thing did this beast roar, scared the mess out of them, and deactivated their radio communications in the process. And that's where we are. That's where the lead up of this session. Cypher and his little robot army. Some of his robots are spread across the island area, looking around and monitoring. But Cypher and I think Stevie, his left hand robot, right hand robot, are in the hallway right here.
Yes.
And that's where we start the scene. So. Cypher, I'll start backward. Wild Thing and Maximum Resistance had just burst into the room. Cypher, what are you doing as you hear all this happening?
So I will send Lindsay, that's the little pawn here, into, so I have an eye about what's going on inside the building, the room that Max and Wild Thing have just gone into. And I look at the technician who's been helping us, whether by choice or not, I'm not sure. And I say, you may want to run away now.
Oh yes, the scientist that Wild Thing has been. How would you call it, Wild Thing? How have you been getting this person to do the things?
Intimidated.
I have been friendly. No, I've been using friendly persuasion on him.
Okay.
That entailed a lot of fang showing and growling and things of that nature.
Great. So
friendly was in air quotes.
We are friends now. So are you going to let this technician, this scientist go? Maybe Cypher says, "Run, get out of here."
Well, yeah, he had already said he wasn't going to do. He'd gone as far as he was going to go, and he'd pretty much given us all that he was going to give. Yeah, so she left him. In fact, I think she left him in that storage room.
Yeah, I think either that or I forget. But I think Cypher, maybe you were talking about this technician still standing in the hallway. This person.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that technician runs off. And is no longer there in the hallway.
Okay. So then Stevie is already headed up the stairs, and I will follow suit.
Okay, cool. So are you going to come into the room as well?
Yes.
Okay. So put yourself in the room where you would be. And I will think.
Are all those armed people that I can see on the room, are they actually there?
Yes, they are, and they've been entangled with electrical. Max, describe what it looks like when they are entangled. What would Cypher see?
They've got a little bit of electricity kind of arcing off them at times. They've been hit by a really nasty taser, basically.
Okay.
Everybody in the room.
Okay, so that's what you see when you walk in, and there's probably some shuddering too because they've been scared the bejeebers out of them, and they can't hear either the radio. They can hear, but they can't hear radio frequency. So Wild Thing jammed that from them. So you're in the room now. Stevie's in the room. Wild Thing, what do you do?
And
Oh, go ahead, Cypher.
and yes, and Lindsay is in the room as well. He's off in the corner over there.
Okay, cool. All right, Wild Thing, what do you do?
Oh, I'm up first, or we just finding out?
Yeah, actually, let's get back into combat because that's where we left off last time. Let me bring everybody in. So let's go to combat. All right. Cypher, you just took your action to get in there. The Fleetwood would have just gotten in there. Wild Thing, it is your turn. It is your turn proper. Wild Thing? Are you there?
Sorry. Hold on. Okay. I believe I was able to frighten everybody but one or two. The guys closest to us, am I right?
Yeah, it was when you came in and did your scream, it would have...
I got all the military people, but I didn't get
this person...
technician or whatever he is.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
person...
that guy there.
Yeah. That's right. But all the people in the room have been entangled. Right, Max? I think that your entangle had an area that filled the room.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, so...
Okay. I'm going to move over here. Since they're... I look at Max. You have them?
For now.
Good. I want to check the readings on the panel here before I do anything. No, actually, I want to fall down.
Like, just because you did fall down, or you actually want to fall down? Your character is flipped upside down.
Oh, now I'm upside down.
You succeed. You fell down.
You and I are both flipping it. It's funny.
Okay, there we go. That's better. Are you here?
No, I'm moving him.
Oh, okay. He was over by the door.
Yeah.
Other door.
Yep, right there. He was actually inside.
Okay, I'm looking over the terminal, seeing what I can tell from their readings, how far in they are, and whatever conditions these terminals are telling them.
Again, just like the other ones, these terminals are up and being used. So it's not like you're going to have to hack in to see what's on them immediately, like in front of you. And you can see that they are being monitored. Like you see like cameras and stuff that are being active down those tunnels. There are 3 of them. You're looking at that first one, right?
Yeah.
Yep. Make a perception roll and see if you can see what's on there.
Okay.
Obviously you can. I'm just going to see if I can tell you interesting things. Yeah. Okay. With that type of a perception roll, you'll see there's not anybody. No, actually, there is somebody in that one. You're looking at tunnel number 1. There is a couple of people, actually, maybe 3 people in the hallway, and you see something at the end of it. It's glowing, like radiating. So there are people in that tunnel, and there's something glowing at the end of the tunnel.
This one is occupied. There's something, I can't tell what it is. There's something glowing down there. Do they have any energy readings for it? Or wait for the terminal to maybe read the energy?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, when Max was looking at it previously, it's not energy either. It's like I forget how I described it, but it's like a chemical reaction that's happening. So you really wouldn't see any energy coming off of it.
Yeah, I was wondering, did they have any sensors on these things to at least analyze it?
Nope, not yet. This you can tell they just dug these tunnels, so there's not really a whole lot of technical stuff there.
Okay. And are these terminals capable of maybe doing reading on that energy?
Not the way it's set up. No. I mean it's too fresh, too new.
Okay. Then I look back at who else besides me put on the suit, one of the 2 suits.
That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know those decisions have been made. So obviously you've got one on.
I believe I put on one, and somebody else was supposed to put on one, but I can't remember who it was.
Yeah, so these are protective suits for people that like these yellow suits that are these people in protective suits. There were 2 left over in the last session in this area, and for the viewers. So if anyone, there were 2 that were picked up. Sorry, I'm hearing something. I thought. Okay, so 2 were picked up. While things got one on, there's another one. Did anybody else put that one on?
Nobody had put it on to this point, I believe.
Okay.
Not that we can't. It's just I don't actually recall you putting it on. So yeah.
Yeah, actually, I didn't either. So let's say that. I mean, are you gonna put one on, or is that something you're gonna take a few phases to actually put one of those suits on and somebody else? Because that's fine to do. I don't think it happened in the last session. You got them, but I don't think you put them on.
Yeah, you're probably right. I know I was going to, but I think you're right. I think we didn't get to that point. And yes, I'm going to go back and gather one of the suits from here. And I think that's probably going to be the end of my turn.
Yeah, that's going to take a couple for you. I think you all actually carried them with you to the hallway, though, so you don't need to go back to to that room. You brought them into that previous hallway. Just never make the actual statement we're putting these things on. We really stopped there. Okay, so you run back out to the hallway, and you're going to take 2 phases to put this thing on. So one to get out there, and then another to get some protective gear on. Okay. Stevie's turn.
As I walk out, I say, "See about getting the rest of those out of their suits. We can use them."
I'm more concerned about getting weapons out of hands first.
Another good idea.
Okay, Stevie.
Well, I can disarm people while things putting her suit on.
Well, and we've also got a few extra guys here that won't be needing their suits too. So.
Right.
Yep. So what does Stevie do right now?
Well, those are the guys I was referring to. These guys here.
Stevie's going to head into the tunnel.
Which one?
I I was pretty sure that we had determined which tunnel was leading to the ship.
Did
I can't
you?
remember whether it was one or
I don't remember that actually. That was actually a point of interest for me. How you all would determine which one gets you there. Maybe you did.
Okay, you're here?
Maybe
Or
you
you're
did.
trying to come in?
I thought we had interrogated somebody, and they told us that the first two entry points had failed, but the third one had worked.
Okay. Yes. I do remember that. That's. I'm glad you remember it as well. So yes, there is the tunnel, and it's the third tunnel. The first tunnel that's open. The one that Wild Thing would have just looked at. Yeah, this one that's right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
so I told you that there's people down that tunnel and a glowy thing at the end of it.
Okay. So I'm going to get Stevie to go over to there and head into the tunnel, but not down it until we're ready to go.
Okay, so
Can we see down the others? I mean, if there's more glowy stuff down each of them, I mean, if there's only one that's glowy, that's probably the one we want to go to.
No, that's the only one that was successful, they said.
yeah, it's an interesting point. There is glowy stuff at every tunnel. You would see that on every panel, right? And it's bright glowing stuff at the end of every tunnel. It's just that the transformations and the like turning into the molten metal and stuff is much further along on other ones, on the other two, but on that one, it's
That last one.
yeah, that's one where it's clear and you can see all the way to the end, and it's glowing. That's the best word that I can say. So these other tunnels are getting like congested with molten metal. Okay, so Stevie's going down into this one that's left open, that's not fully congested yet, and just is kind of like hovering at the face of it. Is that right?
That is correct.
Okay, so I'll say that anybody that's down there are not going to see Stevie yet because he's actually not going in. Cool?
Yeah, he's only like 2 feet tall, so.
Yeah, okay, cool. All right, so that is Stevie's turn. Next is Max. Max,
I'm going to be policing up weapons. That's pretty much my action this round as well.
Yeah,
I get the weapons from these guys.
I think that's cool. You had at least how many phases of entangle did you have? I think it was a pretty long one, right? Like
it's a 3 defense. I think it was a 3 defense, 2 body entangle. So, and they can't use their guns to get out of it. So they pretty much have to use strength.
Okay. Well, then that's.
You just have to get them out.
Okay, so you're going to go to one person right now and get a gun off of them. Is that right?
Yeah, and just start tossing them aside.
Yeah. So each person is going to be a disarm. So it's basically if you per person you're going to take a phase to do it.
Okay. And so if I'm helping, that should be able to.
Yeah.
If it's actually going to take me a full phase anyway, I'm just going to pound them into the ground. So that even if their guns are there, they're never going to be awake to notice them.
Yeah, and does your entangle take damage from you pounding them into the ground?
Oh yeah.
Okay, you're just.
But it doesn't stop them from taking damage.
Well, they're these guys are covered in similar.
I'll break one person out at a time, and I'll proceed to basically beat him down one at a time.
Well, just maybe I didn't describe it. These guys have similar mesh force meshes surrounding them.
The belt.
Yeah, they have those similar type of things as these other agents have had. These guys are heavily protected.
I'm
basically going to haymaker one of these guys every round.
Okay, now that's do you want to hit one of these guys haymaker? Start it now.
They're going to take 17 dice, and they're at 0 DCV because they're entangled.
Okay.
Is anybody else needing to watch the table on in Discord?
Nope.
Not if you're in.
I'm switching to the Discord on my other computer. So.
Okay, Beast, are you watching through Twitch or through me?
Oh, I think he's actually on the table.
Yeah, Beast is
I think Beast just.
I'm muted. Sorry. Which channel are you broadcasting on for?
Well, I was streaming through Twitch. I mean through Discord. If you're not watching, I'm going to turn my stream off. Not at
No, I watched through your stream because when I tried to log into Twitch, it lagged out. I guess.
Okay. So then I'll keep my thing up.
All right, thank you.
Mm-hmm. And I will keep in mind that somebody's watching, so I'll try and keep my frame of view out enough so you can see the thing.
Okay, so Max, you're going to do some haymakers on people per turn. Is that the first action you're going to take? Which one are you going to hit?
Just going to start down the line. We'll just start here.
Okay, and how? So you start a haymaker in one turn, you're going to finish it in your next one. Is that right?
No, it finishes on the next segment.
Yeah.
Not phase, segment. Just so that, yeah.
Well, and that may just be my ignorance then.
So, say on phase 2, I start the haymaker. It lands at the end of phase 3.
Oh, I've always done haymakers
I go
wrong.
again in phase 4.
That's funny. I've just always played those wrong. I've played it on people's phases rather than segments.
Nope. It goes by segment.
Okay.
It lands at the end of the next segment. And it's at the end after everybody else goes on that segment.
Okay, cool. Well, I'm glad that I asked that question. Okay, so you have started, but you still have to roll right now, right? And then obviously, I don't even think you have to roll because these guys are DCV.
Yeah,
so...
I still have to roll to hit.
Okay.
an 18 misses basically.
Yes.
Okay. Where are you at even? I can't see your...
He's right here.
Okay.
Well,
And I can promote you so you can bring in your
okay. That'll be good.
other guy.
Let me do that real quick. Objects, objects.
I took him out.
Oh, okay. Huh. I was looking for him.
Boom.
Okay, cool. All right.
And I would do it from this side.
Yeah, because that's where you came in.
Well, not only that, when I knock him back, he goes into the wall. Because I'm a jerk.
Is that how you're feeling these days?
Max is a little bit distant. A little bit, yeah, I would say a little bit distant when he's in the blue.
Okay. We're about to have some agents against the wall. All right. Can you make your roll?
Roll to hit.
Okay, so he obviously is going to be taking the full brunt of that at the end of segment 3. I'm glad I asked. Okay, cool.
Yep.
All right, specialist.
And I don't even roll to hit until the end of segment 3 because it's possible people move out of the way, whatever. I get knocked around, whatever. So we don't actually use the roll to hit and damage until it actually triggers.
Oh, okay, makes sense. Okay, so specialist number 5 is going to try to break out, and he is going to use strength to do it. Well, I would have wanted... Give me just a second. I'm actually going to roll 3 dice instead of a strength roll. And they're all going to be doing that, so let's just do a roll maker damage 3. All right, so he rolled 10 and 3.
He's not out.
3 body. And how much defense did it have? 3 3.
3 defense.
Yeah, so it's going to be none of that actually.
No bonus. Yeah, no.
Okay, fun times. They're all going to be. I'm sure that's why you built it that way. Okay, so specialist number 1, the one you're about to hit, is going to roll to see if he gets out. He'd have to basically roll. There's just no way. Not with 3 dice.
They have to push their strength.
Yeah, and how much can they push? Being human, can they only push the amount of dice that they have, amount of strength that they have? But that's a pretty big amount of pushing.
Something I was reading about, supposedly, and something I'm going to temper my play with as well. Only the heroes and major villains should be able to push.
Yeah, because these guys are just like humans. They're not like.
And on top of that, even when you push, it's supposed to be under extreme circumstances only. So me, where I was pushing relatively often, I need to stop doing that.
Huh. Interesting. Yeah, so no matter what, with a 3 defense, them having...
Well, they can get out.
What?
It'll take a while. All they have to do is roll, 2 6s and a non-1, and they at least do a body to it. They're not going to get out immediately, but they can eventually get out.
Okay, well, for the benefit of this speed, I'm not going to have each of them roll every time. That's just too much time for me. So I'm going to say that they are electrocuted and not being able to get out. And with that, even for the speed of it, we can have you waylaying them into the wall. But I'm not going to have them. Okay, so we are in post segment 12. So take the recoveries. You actually would have just landed that haymaker, right? Because this is
at the end of 1.
Yeah, so if you want to roll the dice for that 1 for Agent 1. That's a lot of dice. Poor guy.
Oh wow, it's a really crappy lot of dice.
Let's see how it.
There are 2, 4,
46
6, 7 1s in there and no 6s.
Yeah, I didn't see how much stun was it? Because I don't think any of the body got
46.
Okay, so how much knockback did you give the guy?
Probably not much.
The dice are not in your favor right now.
He's not even making it. He's not moving.
Wow.
No knockback.
Wow.
17 dice and do 10 body. That's terrible.
What is it? How does it look? So what type of there was a haymaker on your blast, basically, right? The big thing that
The big electrical one.
Yeah.
Apparently it arcs into the floor much better than it arcs into him. Darn metal floors.
It's like conducting into the floor, and it just singes all around him, but doesn't do anything. It's giving him some stun, but not enough to con stun him or move him around. Okay. So Cypher at the top of turn 2, segment 2. It's your turn.
Okay. Do I have? With my powers, can I interfere with their force field suits to turn them off?
Could you do that? That's like a. I'm trying to think.
Would that be a trans?
Yeah, it's a transform. Like, could they turn off your powers by? No, I mean, I don't think that's the. I think it's too much leeway.
It would be a dispel.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these guys are just.
So I have an enervator ray, which is usable against any stat.
Oh yeah.
Right. So I could use that to remove their strength, so they don't have the strength to move anywhere.
Okay.
Well, then we can just walk away from him and not have to worry about him for a while. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. Is it a single attack or is it an area effect?
No, it's a single.
Okay.
How long does it last?
No, they start getting back at the end of a turn.
No, so it'll come back relatively quickly, but that would still buy us, well, by the time you hit them all, an extra 12 to 24 seconds maybe.
Oh, that's forever in Champions time.
That's true.
I think I had.
Yeah, I think so too. Okay, and who were you hitting actually?
So I'm going to start with the guy back here.
Okay.
So that way, if I take 3 of them out and, Max blast the floor 3 times, then I can get the other 3 out.
I see how you're doing that, yeah.
That's awesome. Okay.
So I take, unless they've got power defense, they would lose 16 points of strength.
Yeah, so you see this guy, and let me see which
So
number.
he becomes a jellyfish.
Yeah, this guy really, he was already shaking from the electricity, and really you see his head going back and forth because he can't hear. And so now you just see his whole body go slack, and, he really does. He probably slumps to the floor because the weight of the armor and everything on him is more than he can bear.
Cool.
Yeah, that is pretty cool. Okay, you then have trouble moving.
Wait, would you allow multi-attack to do it faster?
Goodness, I'm just grabbing all the wrong things. I would allow it. Yes.
Okay.
Help expediency too, yeah.
Yep. So, based off of my roll, I hit a DCB of 14 on the first one. And then the second, if I did the second guy, would that you take 2 off to hit him? So
Yes.
that would be.
You'd have a roll, 2 separate attacks though, 2 separate rolls.
Oh, is that okay?
Yes. And the way multi-attack generally works is you determine how many you're going to make, and you take -2 for each additional one, and all the attacks take that minus.
Okay.
And after the first one you miss, you can't make any more attacks, but you burn the endurance for all of them.
Right. Okay. So the second guy hits a DCB of 7, and they've got his DCB of 0, so he loses 13 points of strength.
Yeah, another, making him childlike or weaker than a child. So this guy was it this one?
Yep.
Okay, so I'm going to say he crumples to the floor as well. Okay. I'm having a weird problem with the heads up. Like the hero mod where you see the stats and things for a character that you've clicked on.
How so?
When I try to click it, I just can't click it.
I had that at the end of the last session, right at the very end though, so I didn't think much about it.
I'm gonna...
And unfortunately, I didn't find a way to get out of it either. I was going to have you resend me the character, but...
I'm going to change colors real fast. I'm going to go back to black, see if I can move things around. Can I move things? Nope, I can't move things.
Yeah, I couldn't. I had the issue where I couldn't move the panel at all, couldn't open up new tabs, anything like that.
Yeah, that's basically what...
But that was the first time I'd ever seen that myself.
Huh. Well, it is happening. I'm going to get out of Game Master. I'm going to go back to black. Yeah, it is just totally. I can't change. Now can I? I can change what I see there, but I can't select anything on it. That's no good. I think what I may do is
Can you
pack.
change? Can you change to a different character?
I can change to a different character, and what shows up on the screen is the different character, right? It's just I can't
Open up any different tabs or anything.
or select the powers or anything like that.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh, I had caps lock. No, I didn't do it. Yeah, I'm gonna pack the table, you guys, and then so keep your characters where they are. I think I just did it again. Yeah, no, everything's fine. And then I'm going to save the table as something else. And I'm going to reload the table. Are you all okay with that?
Sure.
Okay, so everybody hold on to something. We are going to load the table again.
So you'll have to cycle your way through to segment 2 again.
Yeah, yep.
Your combat thing.
Wow, I'm going to have to load everything. Oh, we'll get there. Wow, Beast is a pretty fast load. That was like you're already at 90%. All the rest of us are just trying to get there.
I've been done for a little bit.
Yeah. I'm there too. Okay. Hero mod is loading. Well, for anybody watching, this is actually a pretty fast load. Reload. We had an error, and we're gonna try to get back online with it. So give me just a second. So max. Then. Well,
Now the big thing is, does your character work?
what do you mean by that?
Can you access characters now?
Yeah, let's see.
Well, he has to load them first, so.
Yeah, I'll get them in just a second, and then I am loading them. So Stevie, and then Fleetwood. Yeah, I can see everything now again, so all good. It did require a reload.
Very cool.
I wish I could be able to tell Brennell exactly what happened. I really don't remember.
And like I say, I had that same thing happen. Like I said, very end of the game, we were already pretty much done. I was just fiddling around, and it basically froze. And it wasn't even like the normal position I keep it in. So.
Okay. We should be reloaded and everybody back. Is that right?
Still
Yep.
loading on my end.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
But it's about to be there. Okay.
There you go.
So,
It's loading in Canada too.
okay.
You saw that?
So, I am going to bring you all into combat. And actually, I don't know that we really need to. If y'all are just going to turn by turn, drain them and waylay them into oblivion.
Incapacitate them, yes.
Yes. Okay, so are you going to just keep hitting on the ones around you into the wall?
But if I can't easily take away their guns, yes.
Yeah, you could easily take away their guns. I mean, you could just grab them out of their
Okay.
hands, and because they
Yeah, if I
are.
can easily take away their guns, that's what I'll do.
Okay, so I'll say that you take a couple of seconds to do that. The same thing, ciphers, draining folks. Wild Thing, I assume you come back in with a protective suit on?
Correct.
Okay, so you guys have disarmed and drained the agents. These 3 protective suit people are also being electrocuted or being held in place. But you all didn't drain them, I guess. Are you all going to strip them down? What are you going to do?
Well, we probably need at least one more suit for Cypher or I.
Mm-hmm.
So, yes, we should probably
At least
proceed
one.
with disrobing one of them.
Yeah. So what do you take? Which one do
You
you... This person over here, you're going to have to take their protective suit off of them, right? Because they're paralyzed.
Yes.
Somebody in the group
Yep.
needs to take photographs of this. That's awesome. Okay, so this person's in their skivvies now, and I'll say you all have incapacitated all the folks. Cypher has the second suit on. Cypher, are you putting it on?
Sure.
And Max, you've put on the one that you just took from this person. They have self-fitting, very Back to the Future style. They kind of wrap up to you. And I would say all of you would remark about the technology of this place. These guys look like the Viper agents that you've seen previously, but they have technology like the force belts and the self-vacuuming, self-sealing stuff that's just crazy. Okay. You all have protective gear on. What are you doing next?
I think it's time we head down the tunnel, right?
I think it might be.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Agreed.
everybody's going down.
You may not want to send Lindsay or Stevie down because I don't know if that transformation, that change is going to impact them since they don't have suits on.
Exactly.
So everybody grab your tokens because I'm going to clear the table and build another map. Not reloading a table, I'm just bringing another scene on.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Everybody got your tokens off?
I got mine.
Wild Thing.
I have one already on my thing.
Okay, cool. I'm going to clear it. And then I'm going to go to
the tunnel.
Is that the one? Let's see. I will know. Yeah. So
okay,
you all have
that's cool.
Found yourself you drop down in, and this is where you find yourself. And it looks like they've basically done some bracing. I need to fix this so that it's not concave. So give me just a second.
Are we
on
seeing
this
the
end?
Millennium City map underneath it or no?
No, there's no city map. Okay, you should be able to bring your characters into those places, and the measures should be cut in half. So whatever you're measuring, that's it should be half. Halfsies.
So it's 2 meters per hex then, basically?
Yeah. Just the scale of the objects that I built is too big.
How do I change the measure?
You don't.
You don't.
Just
have to
do it in your head.
math it.
Just know that it is. Okay.
Yeah. And hold on a second. I also need to bring in the baddies. So.
If you move 1 inch, you're actually moving 2.
Yeah, and the only reason why I couldn't actually have the baddies loaded is because there's a glitch with One World, or a problem with One World, where it does not remember the non-concave setting.
Where stories come from?
Non-convex setting, excuse me.
Okay, how did you get in there, Matt?
Picked myself up and moved in.
I can't.
You gotta
Come in.
position yourself right in front of it and zoom in, and then you can.
Put your finger down for a second.
You doing it, it's not going to help me know how to do it, dude.
Well, I got you in. Now you can move it from here. Try that. All I did was zoom in. I didn't do anything special. I just grabbed my character and moved it. So I can't teach you the special trick.
Oh, that didn't work.
Max, you need to turn your force field off, the one that's keeping Wild Thing out.
Oh, that one. No.
No, okay.
Hey, yes.
So when you
Hey, I'm sorry, Beast. I'm sure this is not exactly all that fun to see.
no, and that's okay. This is I was trying a kind of a cave with a covering.
I think I may have gotten it. Let's see. Can I move forward? Nope. I'm up and down.
That's weird.
Damn it.
That's odd. I'm gonna. So you can move. Everybody else can move. Can I move you?
It's interesting.
It's just me for some reason.
So
I think I have a hold on.
Be model based because everybody else could move it.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Only way I can move is if I use the S key going.
That's really odd.
Yeah, that's weird. I can move it. What was that?
Game night. Yeah, so we tested it to make sure people could move around inside, and I know they can, but
I'm almost certain it's just me because I seem to always have problems with.
But it may also be the view. Like when you are looking at it on face, are you right up to it? Like your screen? Or are you looking down from above?
I tried to set it so I'm looking straight on.
Like down from above? Like when you press
straight on.
Yeah, when you
Down
press
the tunnel.
when you press P on your keyboard, are you in the first person camera?
No.
Top down, or third person?
I'm looking straight ahead, like I said.
No.
I'm not looking down.
On
I'm not looking down. I am looking plain, straight ahead. Not down, not up, not sideways.
Yeah, we can work through we can work through it later. Wild Thing, I'll help you move around on this one just so that we can get through the session. But obviously, I took a risk in having an inside tunnel, hoping it would be cool. So,
well, hey, if working for everybody else, it's not a biggie.
yeah. So you all drop down in, and these guys, you all would be able to see them in the distance, but they look like they are heading toward this end point here. They're going that direction, toward the glowing area.
So they're facing away from us.
That's right.
Yay! Are they? And they're in just combat gear. They're not in safety suits.
It looks like they've got combat gear on only. That's right.
Guinea pigs.
Okay. Makes sense. Everybody make perception rolls, if you don't mind.
Distance modifiers?
Yeah, because these guys are pretty far away. What would your distance modifiers be for as far away as they are.
Measuring is going to be a little harder in here.
Yeah. So, I mean, they are the furthest guy one away is 20 meters away, roughly 20 meters away, 25.
Remember to double it.
So that's pretty far.
It's coming up as centimeters for me.
So I would say you're gonna have, what is the perception modifier for, at least 50 meters away?
-6.
Yeah.
-6 for 50.
Okay, so Max, you would not have made that, so you really can't see shapes. Everybody else, tell me how much you succeed by. If you succeed by more than 6, then I'll give you some more details about these guys. Yeah. So Cypher. Okay, so you see some more details, and maybe Wild Thing, will you make your perception roll as well?
Sure, I can do that.
You are very perceptive. Yeah. So both you and Cypher can see that these guys look like they have more. Like you saw all these other agents that were in the other rooms, and they had gear on and force belts and stuff like that. These guys look like they're more heavily geared up.
Okay, so the main competition is up ahead. Based on what I can see, the guys that we're going to be facing now are better armed, better defended.
Wild Thing,
Joyful.
are you being stealthy about it, Wild Thing? Hopefully your companions are stealthy too.
Yep, I am being stealthy.
Okay. So what do you all want to do? I would say because they're going toward the thing, they're not going to see you all at first unless you all make a bunch of racket. Wild Thing has succeeded in her stealth roll, so she's going to be tiptoeing along. Max and Cypher, what's your strategy? And the same for Stevie.
Probably try to be quiet.
I don't have Stevie here. There he is.
Wild Thing, do you have, Max, do you have stealth or anything like that? Or are you just...
I do, but I failed.
Yeah, so you don't have any unluck on your character, do you?
Fortunately, no.
Okay, give me just a second. Let me see if I can...
if I did, that unluck hit with that haymaker earlier. Holy cow.
So
that would have been apropos. That's true.
Yeah, holy cow. I haven't seen a bad roll like that in a long time.
Yeah, so you stumble along something, or maybe you hit a rock. This has been dug out freshly, and you can tell they've done some like quickcrete real fast to get it to dry. But you hit a rock, and it echoes down the hall, and you immediately hear like mumbling and people moving ahead and things like that. Like they've taken up some different positions and turned around.
I'll just raise my hand up like I'm okay. I'm okay.
Oh yeah, because we're in protective suits.
Yeah, they can't see us. We look like their guys.
That's great. That's great. Okay, so they've turned around, but you all look like one of them.
But we're fine. Everything's fine. Just a blaster leak. Yeah.
And the one guy at the end of the hallway says, "Watch yourselves down there. You be careful." And then he turns back around, and they keep marching their way up to the glowing area. What are y'all gonna do?
Keep moving up.
Okay.
Keep moving.
Okay, so I assume
I want to maintain distance behind them because I want to see what happens to them. since they're not wearing protective gear.
Okay. You will notice that they are not being affected by it. Not in this tunnel.
Okay.
Okay, what are y'all doing?
Keep moving up.
Okay, so I
Like I said, trying to keep an eye on them. I obviously can't see them as well as my companions can, so.
yeah. So they're going to get to the edge before you all, and you all can see that they are really curiously looking at this kind of square device. That's you're looking at the side of the ship. It's very clear you're looking at the side of the ship here, and I would say how close are you all getting? Because you might not know it from where you're standing.
Probably about where we're at.
I can see in the dark, so if it's dark, if it's that issue, I can see, and
Yeah,
I have my normal perception.
it is pretty dark, but the glowing light that's flashing around, you can see pretty well. And I think the one obvious thing that you all notice is there's not water rushing in to this tunnel. Right? You all are looking at the side of the ship, which is underwater, and there is no water coming in.
Yeah, that's odd. I'm gonna go.
So we're definitely under the water line then.
Yeah. Because
Okay.
this would be way below ground, and this portion of the ship would be underwater.
And that doesn't look like a normal piece of a ship that would be underwater.
That's right. That's
Unless it's got some kind of purpose.
yeah. Yep. Okay, so
I'm going to keep walking up closer to them. They don't seem to be reacting too much to us.
well, you in a suit, but if your little Stevie starts buzzing around, they're
Stevie's
gonna.
up on the ceiling.
Stevie's where?
Stevie's up on the ceiling.
Okay, so he's staying out of view and out of sight.
Yes.
Okay.
I was going to ask you if you know a way to make them stick to the ceiling, but I don't know how to do that.
I would have to bring in the little measure tool, and I don't know. Do you want me to move that a little bit further back for you, Walden?
Yes, I'm trying to move her back a little bit. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Sorry about that. Okay. So
Any electromagnetic radiation that's unusual coming off of this area?
it was the same type of thing that you noticed from the bodies. It's not electrical, but it is definitely behaving with a really weird physiology. It's not electrical though, so it's not tripping your electromagnetic senses or anything like that. I think it was last time you didn't have the right sciences to be able to understand what was happening, but you felt like it was chemical.
It's doing stuff.
Okay, so you guys would see these three people are looking at the thing. They're just looking at it, and they're just
Do
kind
they
of.
have guns up, anything like that, or
They're holding their
casually
weapons
looking?
at side, like they have them in their arms. It's almost like they're curious, just trying to be ready if something happens. They're just sitting there waiting.
So what's the next step, guys?
Do you say that out loud?
Yeah.
And he cusses at you, and he was like, "What the? You guys are supposed to be the ones that fix this. What are you doing? We've got we've got your cover." So they're waiting on you, because you all are in yellow protective gear coming down after them.
Fine. Start looking over this thing.
Okay. So make a perception roll. Maybe even use a science skill if you have one, or anything that's technical in nature.
Computer programming, probably not. I've got electronics, security systems, physics.
Yeah. So try your.
Electronics, forgery.
I just made my perception roll.
Okay, so that perception roll would let you know that this type of thing, this panel that's on it, clearly is not part of the normal build of the ship. Like ships like this, and maybe even the newness of the metal of this panel is shinier and brighter than the metal that's of the ship.
Because this is an old diesel ship. It shouldn't have anything bright and shiny like this.
That's right.
Is it electronic in nature? Does it have? I'm going to use my powers to see if I can interface with it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, do that.
Oh, that sounds good. Oh, do that. Yeah, do that.
Cypher, are you gonna roll or yeah? There you go. Okay, so yeah, you hit this thing, you connect with it, this panel. Yeah. So you totally take control of the panel, right? And when you do, I would say that obviously it was a good roll. You know that the panel is over operating. It's like overclocking. 10 times overclocking the panel is.
And it shouldn't be doing that.
Well, I assume that's your character assuming that, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Can I make it slow down
Yes, you can.
so that it's not overclocking?
Yes.
I'm going to do it gradually.
Okay, so you're basically what are you trying to do? Shut this panel down, stop the panel? Or are you trying to entirely stop it or bring it down to normal clocking, or what are you trying to do?
I'm going to bring it down to normal.
Okay.
See what that does.
Okay, so it's going to take you some time. So I won't make you make an additional roll, but it won't happen immediately in this phase. How you're going to be able to slow it down, right? It's almost like a mechanical device is trying to be slowed, and mind control can give it the command, but it's going to take some time for it to go. But everyone would hear that, right? They would hear, whirring and humming and things like a turbine slowing and stuff like that. Okay, so that's going to be the phase. The agents, the people that are heavily armed, are like they're mouthing. Well, what are you doing? What's happening? Tell us something. Aren't you going to get up to it?
Hold on, we're doing our thing. You do your thing.
You guys better figure this thing out. We don't want to end up like those other guys.
And when the thing comes out of here, you better blast it. You are ready for it, right?
What? We don't even. Do you know something we don't know? There's not supposed to be anything on the other side of this thing.
Of course I know something you don't know. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. Now, do your job.
Okay, they're cussing under their breath and they're just kind of, you can tell they're
Sorry,
really.
you cut out on me there.
I said they're cussing under their breath. They're real antsy, real anxious.
If you can't beat them with your fist, confuse them with bullshit.
Exactly.
Okay, so Cypher, you're going to take a couple of phases to do that. I'm not going to keep us in battle because you guys aren't attacking them or anything like that. Max, do you want to take an action and then a thing?
I'm maintaining my... Oh.
Go ahead.
I'll just say, I'm maintaining my stealth just in case things turn pear-shaped.
Yeah, so you feel pretty confident that they don't even know you're there.
Cool.
Okay, so Max, what are you gonna do?
I'm trying to analyze the outside of this thing. Are there any markings on it? I mean, I see this little orange thing up in the upper left or upper right hand corner. I'm not going to teleport up there or anything. I really don't want to give away anything. So I'm just being human for the moment. But trying to look, is there anything unusual about this other than the thing itself, obviously?
Yeah. So you will see, so you knew Cypher was engaging with it, right? Cypher, do you? I don't know that you actually told people that, so you wouldn't know at the very moment. But you will notice, and go and make another perception roll. I know you're very
Probably
intent.
connecting to it in Wi-Fi.
Oh yeah, you would. So you will see that electromagnetic spectrum change, right, where he is connecting to it. Make your perception roll to see if you notice this. Yeah. So you'll notice it. As he is connecting to it, maybe a moment, a millisecond afterward, this red light that's up at the top over here,
Yeah.
it starts to fade. Like it's really bright red, and it's starting to be just a dimmer color.
Well, yeah, I'll just let him keep doing his thing then.
Okay. Cypher, you're going to continue slowing this thing down, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a cell phone in my hand that I'm pretending is like a tricorder from. So when it's doing things, they're going to assume that I'm doing something with this device.
That's great. Okay. And are you actually a little bit closer up to it? Or are you still behind
Yes.
them?
Yeah, I would be in front. I would up by Max if you can get me there.
Okay. So you're out there Star Trekking it, and trying to take readings on it, stuff like that's what they think. Okay.
And I'll point to stuff and nod and yeah.
And I'll be whispering to Max in Pig Latin or something like that.
Okay. Cool. All right. So
Stay on the
that's funny. So you start to see the light dimming, and Wild Thing. Will you make a perception roll? Because I think you're far enough away, but your perception is good enough. You might start to notice this. Yeah, you do. You definitely notice it. The exterior of the ship, as this red light starts to dim, this red phasing light that you see, it's kind of like it's almost like aurora borealis that's swirling around the edge of the ship that starts to fade, but also the metal starts to deteriorate. Like the appearance of the metal on the outside of the ship was solid and firm, and now it's having some rough edges appear around. It's almost like it is reverting somehow.
Yeah, I'm gonna say over the comms, our comms, what's going on? The whatever's protecting this tube is shutting down.
Yeah, that's on purpose. I am talking to the device here and telling it to slow down because it was overclocking. I'm going to try to use my cyberpathy to see if I can talk to this thing to figure out what it was trying to do.
Okay, before you do that, the guys in the agent suits will have turned around real sharp when they heard Wild Thing speak. And
can I speak low?
yeah, but I mean, you're well. Yes, you can, but let me make it fair.
Okay.
And make them make perception rolls for it.
Okay. I don't remember what my
Succeeded by 1.
stealth roll was.
Yeah, but up here you're making noise and speaking. I mean, I think you can. I'll give you another stealth roll on it, but these guys, you're not being quiet. You're talking.
Yeah, well, I was talking very low, but yeah, I see. Yeah, I dig.
Yeah, so I still think that they're going to be able to hear. At least the one guy hears and turns around and sees. Oh, I didn't see you there. Okay. Yeah, I think, and I'm going to do an intelligence roll just to see if they can figure this thing out.
What's going on in front of them?
No, you just spoke and he just spoke, but it didn't come over their comms. So you're talking into comms and they don't hear it. And I'm trying to see if they will put 2 and 2 together that you all are talking over different.
But we have independent suits on. So
Oh yeah. I'm just giving them
our communication would probably be different, insulated and the like. So
y'all are all agents. They don't pull it together. They don't immediately connect 2 and 2 that y'all's comms are different than theirs, and that's a problem. I'm just giving them as many chances as I can to get that y'all are pulling a fast one over.
To get a fight going. Yeah, I got you.
They are still following the ruse. Okay, they're a little confused. You showed up behind them and spoke. One of them saw you. Cypher explained what's happening. He's purposefully shutting this thing down. Okay, we can continue with the ruse.
Is there apparently there's a seal around the edge of this between the tunnel and the ship?
Yeah, and he's shutting it off.
Oh, is he shutting down the seal? Or is water starting to come in?
Oh, that's a good.
No.
That's a good.
Shutting down the device that's on the hull of this thing, because it was making a lot of noise, which is what enabled us to get so close to it without them really noticing. Plus, we're in our suits and stuff, and so from here, I'm actually now starting to talk to the machine if I can.
And you didn't notice it. You two had not noticed it. It's what I noticed, that the seal is starting to shut down, and the metal, chewing the metal of the tunnel, is starting to corrode away. That's what you don't notice, and that's what Max doesn't notice, and what I was trying to tell you.
The metal on the ship.
The metal on the ship is corroding.
Yes, not the metal on the tunnel. The metal on the ship.
Not the tunnel, the ship. Gotcha.
Okay.
And just the metal of the ship, not the metal of the device.
That's correct. That's correct. Cypher is slowing down the speed of this panel, and as he's doing that, this red light is fading. The Aurora Borealis is diminishing, but also the metal of the ship is starting to lose some of its luster. It was already old, but it's really starting to show its wear and tear. The ship is.
It's getting super bad. Super bad.
And you noticed it, Walton, because you're really perceptive, but it's not, like, it's going to take some time for this ship to really, revert back to anything or, have some noticeable change, but it's happening as Cypher is turning down the speed of that panel, that you notice that's happening. And that's what you explained to everybody.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Can I try the cyberpathy to see if I can talk to this machine so it can tell me what it was trying to do?
Oh, yes. It's a wonderful idea. And I will say just very clearly, you would have known that it didn't have the same defenses as the building, as the stuff there. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, you've hit it. You've connected. You already were connected. So roll your telepathy roll. Yeah, this panel, and you'll know this, but obviously not the others unless you tell it to them. This panel activates a chemical compound that is all over the ship, and it repairs the ship's hull. That's what it does. That's its purpose.
So that's what this was doing?
10 times overclocked, outperforming way more than it was supposed to do. But now being turned down, it's deteriorating, right? But the panel itself was to.
It's not able to keep up the decay.
That's right. That's right. And maybe it was overclocking for so long, you really can't tell why it's gone haywire like it did. But that's the purpose. You were searching for what is the purpose of this panel, and it was the activator for the chemical compound that was covering the ship.
Okay. So I will say to Max, because he's right up beside me. With your own tricorder there, sir, can you tell what the integrity of the ship's hull is at?
Max, are you gonna?
I don't have a cell phone, so I'm just gonna kind of look at this. I'm gonna look at the hull, and so do I see it deteriorating, or is it So
Yeah.
this is to repair this.
Make a perception roll. See if you. No, Wild Thing has a great perception, so hopefully you will see it as well. Yeah, you actually do. You can start to see, and because you're closer, you'll probably see that what look like gashes and dents start to reappear, or like, where maybe there was a dent that was fixed starts to pop back in, like, what I'm saying, like there is a dent there now.
This ship, I will say this in my head through their radio, so only they can hear it. Because I can transmit radio.
Oh, okay.
That my guess is, like you say, this thing was repairing the ship. This ship probably should have gone down years ago. Unfortunately, its overclocking was affecting other things around it.
Did you say that to the agents over there thing, or just the team?
Just the teams.
Okay, cool.
So this is the thing that has been transforming everything around it.
Yes, that would be my guess. It's trying to transform the ship and keep it going by making new metal. Unfortunately, as people get close to it, it makes new metal out of them too.
Cypher, is that thing Earth man-made?
It's definitely advanced technology. We don't have the ability to create this sort of thing, but Destroyer had access to all kinds of tech that we may not know everything it can do.
I do not think this is a destroyer.
If this was Destroyers, they would know about this and they would be able to deal with it.
Well, no. Just because Destroyer knows something doesn't mean he's sharing.
Yeah, you all would remember the scientist earlier said that this wasn't their mission. Like, not that has anything to do with the Destroyer or not, but definitely these agents weren't here because of this ship,
You can't tell whether this might be alien.
I don't know. Can I, when I'm interfacing with it, does it seem human or does it seem alien to me?
No. It's not alien or anything like that. You can see it. It's like, maybe you can get the code. You can see the kind of the BIOS equivalent of it, and it's all.
Stop touching me.
It's all human language. Some normal person has written this. Very scientific type of. It's almost like it's natural language code, but written in science script type of thing.
Okay, so it does not appear alien. There's no hieroglyphs and things like that
Wild Thing.
in the code that I'm looking at.
Wild Thing.
You're cutting out.
Sorry. Can you all hear me right now?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Wild Thing. You notice every maybe 10 seconds an extra heartbeat. An extra heartbeat. And it's on the other side of that hole, that panel.
Something.
Wicked.
Of
This way.
some people.
Just one heartbeat, very slow, very faint heartbeat.
There's somebody alive in there. We've got to get in there.
There's somebody alive in there?
Yes, I can hear them. At least their heartbeat, but it's not strong.
So these agents are going to hear you saying that. How do you know that? You hear you. How do you know that there's some? You hear a heartbeat? What? What kind
It's
of?
on my detectors. It's on the sensors. Stop asking questions. We're trying to figure out what's going on here and how to stop it. You're distracting us.
Oh, hold on a second.
Okay, so if I continue to slow down this device, then I believe an opening will be created into the ship to whatever is on the other side. But what I don't know is whether that's a good idea.
The entire ship could sink. I mean, right now it looks like it's starting to decay.
I look at the three of them. It's become too dangerous for the three of you here. Head back out.
Okay. Make a presence roll.
Okay?
Unless you have like persuasion. Persuasion would be good.
Yeah, a skill that would actually.
No, I don't. No. Okay, sorry about this, Beast. I have to go over here.
What's the matter?
Beast is watching the thing. So
okay.
Yeah, so I had to leave.
Okay.
I'm very high.
No, and none of them are faced by that. None of them. No, we have a mission. We're going to stay here. We return with you all when you all return.
Well, actually, we really want you to be here because whatever's heartbeat is beating on the other side of that door, I don't want to face it alone. So I'm glad you guys are here to take the hits. So you guys stay your asses right here.
These
Sweet.
two
Get
guys.
back. Can you guys move up a little bit? I'm gonna step back because when that door opens up, I would rather not be in front. So thanks. Yeah, just come on up, guys.
These two guys are they look really antsy and really anxious, and this guy is totally this guy over here is totally unfazed by you. They're not moving, but you can see that they're looking left to right, big wide-eyed. They don't know what to think about it.
And that's perfectly fine.
Cypher.
So I go and I stand behind this guy. I always think it's better to have a body between me and what's unknown. I just say that.
Okay, they are pretty hardened. They're not gonna back off.
So I slow down the device a little bit more.
Okay. Yeah, so it's it's normal.
I'm gonna look over at Cypher and go, so what do you think? Tentacles or claws?
You saying that out loud? You're saying that out loud to try to intimidate these guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
Intimidate them, just put them on edge.
Yeah, these two on the left are definitely, you can tell it's getting to them, and they're just kind of like, maybe they took a step backward, or that kind of thing. As the light comes down, they're taking a step back. This guy is the guy on the right is solid and square, his jaws firm. He's not going to be swayed. It's almost like he's a battle of will with you all. Knows that you're egging him on.
Good.
Well, based on the claw mark, I keep thinking of that Jurassic Park, that first movie. When the raptor grabbed hold of that guy and dragged him in and ate him. That's kind of what I'm thinking is what's likely to be happening here.
He cusses at you again.
And
Quit.
so
Go
I'm
ahead.
standing beside the guard and I point towards the center of the thing. That looks like a very big claw mark. So chances are whatever's on the other side will be able to cut through pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Maybe I should start heading out.
He's cussing at you under his breath. Quit pulling our chain and shut the thing down.
Okay.
Take another step back. Yeah. Okay.
Yep. I'll just come back here, and then I'll slow it down again another 20%.
Yeah, well, and do you want to make it to where this thing just is at 100%? It's like it's normal processing, because that is that what you're doing at this point? Or are you gonna try to do something else between the intervals?
I'm not sure what else to do between the intervals, so...
Yeah, well, except piss them off a little bit more, I guess. I mean, that's... But...
it just depends on what happens. If we see, more, rent in the ship appearing and stuff like that, I'll probably point and go, ooh, that's not good.
Okay. So I will tell you how it unfolds then. And I'll give you opportunities to intervene. Same thing, Wild Thing, because you're going to see this before others, but you all would see at some point in time the deterioration stops, and it just looks like an old ship. It's not going to disintegrate.
It looks like the 60-year-old ship it's supposed to be.
That's right. It doesn't disintegrate, but it definitely is a weakened diesel freighter now. And it's at regular processing, the panel is.
The what?
This panel that Cypher's been toning it down.
Okay.
Yeah.
How's the heartbeat?
Real slow.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry, Wild Thing. You will know that heartbeat is...
I was going to ask you.
Yeah, it's real steady, but it's real slow. Maybe one beat every 10 seconds.
We've got to get in there.
Okay, so this sounds like a good time for Stevie to make his presence known, and he will use his wall breaker to cut a hole into the ship.
Okay, that's going to be tough. It's going to be hard. Let me see. I have a defense on ships that I wrote up.
So it's a killing attack with either armor piercing or penetrating. I can't remember which it is, and I can't find my sheet.
Cool. Okay, I wrote this up with 8 PD, 9 body.
Okay. Do you want to take a roll or just...
10 ED. So this is an energy attack, right?
Yes.
Where are you trying to get through at? Are you going into the panel or around the panel? That matters.
Above the panel.
Say again?
Above the panel.
Okay, so you're not actually going to try to destroy the panel. You're going around it or above it or wherever.
Yes.
Okay, so roll just to make sure you don't miss and destroy the panel.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool. So roll your damage and see if you can cut through this thing. And tell us how it looks as it happens.
Sure.
Let's see if it rolls first.
I don't know why the thing that tells you what your damage is, it keeps disappearing on me. Ooh, 3 body. 3 ones.
This is
ones.
terrible.
Wow, that's worse than my haymaker.
Yeah, that's true.
You did get a 3 for your stun multiplier though. Oh, yeah, it's a ship. Never mind.
Yeah. Luckily, you aren't fighting the agents. You're just fighting the ship. So these agents will see. Tell us, what does it look like when Stevie does this thing?
So it's like a cutting torch.
Okay. Um, you're gonna make a couple of rolls. Will you just make enough until you, or just keep tally of the body that gets past 9 or 10 ED. So you did one body.
Okay, now it is armor piercing, right? So that means.
Oh, great! Yeah. Okay, so that would be.
So that means
6 got
body
through.
on this one. On the first one, no body would have gotten through, but on the second, 6 gets through.
Okay.
Oh yeah, good job.
On the third, 7 more gets through, so that's 13 body.
Okay. Okay, so these agents, so you blast a hole through the panel, and you're still in this area that has a seal around it, right? So, and just now that you all have been close enough, you can see that the overactive panel had created some metallic barrier between the ship and the tunnel, and that's still there right now. So you've created a hole in the ship. And as you do that, and as Stevie was making this torch, cutting torch, these agents have crossed the line of, we know that type of technology is not part of standard Viper issue, and they turn and draw their weapons on you. Who are you and what are you doing?
Whoa.
Yeah, this is because they've never seen anything like Stevie before. This is too far.
Actually, they would have, because Stevie is from Stronghold.
I don't think that helps your case, though.
Yeah. Okay. So when Stevie starts attacking, I'm going to start yelling out, "What the hell was that thing? Where's it coming from? Where's it going?"
Okay. They're gonna start firing at Stevie. You've got a blasted hole? Blasted hole. You got a hole blasted in this ship, and you can see inside. Does anybody want to take a look and do something and try to get over in there?
It's way up top at this point.
So Stevie will go through the hole if he gets a chance to.
Yeah, let's just see what happens here. Or do you all want to be in this combat?
Once there's a hole, I'm going to leap through it.
Okay. So there is a hole, and they were not expecting you, so I'll let you do that. And that will be the first thing that moves us into combat phases, because they're not going to be expecting a person to be able to leap that far and all that kind of stuff. So,
yeah.
The first agent that was unswayed, this guy, he was taking aim at Stevie, and he's going to fire at Stevie. He hits a 7 or less.
That would be a miss. Have a DCV of 10.
Yeah, he rolled pretty terribly too. He rolled a 14, so he. You see this just terrifying blast set off out of his rifle, and it shoots down the hall and into the concrete of the tunnel. Misses.
Stevie's up by the wall though, isn't he?
Ooh,
or up by the door.
I keep forgetting that I thought Stevie was up in the air, but behind everybody still. Or did he go forward?
Oh, he would be like sitting like way up here, but we can't set him up there.
Yeah, so he still would have shot upward, but not down the hall, I guess.
Right. Would have blasted
So
the hall.
he hits his own device.
What's that?
Maybe he hits the device
Well, but
that was slowing.
how close was Stevie toward the device? I thought he was up, but still behind everybody. Like Stevie is right here. I just thought he was up and hitting at that thing.
And he could have been, sure.
Well, we just
He
never
probably
saw
would
it.
have gotten closer to do the cutting torch end of things, though.
Yeah, I would say that this guy. Yeah, I'll still say he's not going to hit that panel, just for story's sake. Okay, Cypher, what's your turn? It's your turn. What are you going to do? He's fired at Stevie.
How dare he! Is his weapon electronic by any nature? Can I mess with it?
Not unless you have a drain or a transform to do it.
Okay.
So what do you do?
I am going to pull out my flare generator,
Okay.
and I'm going to move over to the side. If I can get this over to here,
Okay.
and I'm going to prepare to use the flare on these guys if I can get them to if they turn towards me.
Okay, so
So
you're...
I'm just kind of holding my action.
Okay, that's cool. So I will say hold. How do I say hold?
Yeah, left click or right click on the checkbox, I think. Or if you mouse over, it'll tell you.
It just says player uses phase. Well, sorry about that. You used your phase, Cypher. But I will say you get that. Oh, you have to over their number. Over where? Okay. Anyway, and it would be a right click for half phase, left click for whole phase.
So it's half phase because I had to get my flare generator out.
Yeah, so you're holding a half phase. Okay, so you had a Fleetwood. Did the Fleetwood come down here? Did Lindsay come down?
No, Lindsay did not come down because we weren't sure whether Lindsay would survive down here.
Okay, Wild Thing, you jumped into that hole. How much do you have enough movement to, and you have flight, right? Is that
40.
right?
44, I believe, on
Yeah.
the leap.
So I'll give that to you. So you jump into the hole, and you are in that room. It's like a room that's on the other side of the ship. Very, very much like a drab room. Not much in it. Dank, dark. The other side of that panel is there. You can see it. But you also see lying on the floor what looks like a woman. And she is wearing a lab coat, like, normal lab coat scientist, but it is entirely encrusted in what looks like molten level lava. But that's the heartbeat. Not lava, molten metal.
She dressed like the rest of the lab people.
No. It's a lab coat, but it's like and she's wearing jeans and a lab coat and tennis shoes. Right? These other people were like office people.
There's a good chance she was one of the protesters that got on board. But she's how far away from being dead is she?
That's a good question. I don't know do you have analyze or any of those types of skills? You definitely know she's got a stable heartbeat. That heartbeat has been stable at 1 beat every 10 seconds since you've gotten into this tunnel, and that hasn't changed. Yeah.
Which is still really slow.
Okay, so it's more like she's asleep or unconscious as opposed to dying or anything.
I think your character would assume that. Yeah, I think Wild Thing would assume that. That type of normal, that slow heartbeat, that's not dying. That's just weird. You know? One heartbeat every 10
Okay.
seconds. That's just weird. You know it's a heartbeat because you sense them. Yeah.
It's the only one that I'm picking up in this whole ship.
Yeah, everything else that's around you, when you look around, it's turned into molten metal. Everything else is just dead.
Okay, I say over comm to you. I have one living person in here. We need to get her out of here.
There's no thing happening there or anything like that?
So far, nothing. Have you dispatched those 3 yet?
What? 1 second. Give me a break.
You jumped in there to start this fight. No.
They were already starting. She is, okay, I don't think I have, I think leaping.
Did you rescue her yet?
That would have been the end of my phase, getting in there and doing all of that, right?
Yeah, that's right. You're in, you see, you know, but you haven't taken an action. That'll be on your next turn.
Yeah, so.
Okay. Stevie. Stevie was just fired upon.
Exactly. Stevie is not happy about being fired upon. He's going to fire back. So he's going to try his NND because that's his go-to attack.
Yes, it is.
Hit a DCV of 5.
Who was he shooting at? This person that shot at him?
Yes.
Yeah, so he would miss.
Okay.
Okay, Max, what do you do?
Well, since we're supposed to have had these people defeated already, even though we haven't gone yet, I'm going to drop an entangle on them.
Okay, is this
If I drop it right about there, it should get all of them.
Okay, cool.
And not get us. So.
Okay, great.
That will definitely hit a hex.
Cool. So roll your entangle. Okay.
3 body, so it's 3 defense, 3 body.
Okay, cool. So you see the lightning around them or the paralyzing touch around them. I'm going to get better at describing these things, but they've been entangled. Okay. This guy here tries to break out, but he's not able to, just like the ones up front. Similarly, this guy in the middle is trying to break out. You can see he's wrestling with it, but he's not able to. Cypher, you have that last held half action. You want to do something with it?
No.
Okay, this is post 12 recoveries. This is turn 2, segment 2, and we have Cypher going again. Do you want to do something?
Okay. I'm actually going to hold until these guys try to attack.
Okay.
I'm still gonna pretend the part of the.
Yeah. So you're not attacking. You're blaming it all on Stevie. Good.
Okay.
Yeah, my entangle pretty obviously came from me. So yeah.
Wow.
I'm going to turn my innervator ray to affect speed.
Sounds good. Wild Thing, it's your turn, and you're inside the ship's hull now with that lady on the ground with molten metal all over her, entirely covering her. Her hair is molten metal. Her clothes, her everything is. It's almost like she is. What is the Marvel hero that Deadpool always picks?
Colossus.
Yeah, she looks
Colossus?
like
Oh, it's
Colossus.
one of them.
Yeah. Kind of looks like that.
Okay, so is it her actual skin?
It's hard to tell. I mean, her skin and her doctor's suit. It's almost like it's all one as metal now.
I don't want to try. I'm going for her hair. I'm going to check her hair out. Run my gloved hand over it. See if I can break a piece off or crack it open or something.
No.
Try.
It's entirely solid. It's almost like a statue of hair.
With a heart.
There is a heart beating. Yes.
I'm not exactly sure how to deal with this woman. But she's not going anywhere. I look out the hole.
Okay.
The hole's up in the air.
Mm-hmm. You jump through the air. So,
the hole is up here, right?
You still see the metal that was keeping a seal intact. You would have heard things outside, but it's probably too far away and too much noise. So, what are you looking for out the hole?
I'm seeing what they're doing, how far they are coming in.
Yeah, you wouldn't be able to
see
it. That you jumped. It's like you had to jump up and over and down.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So if you want to get back out, you got to jump out. You know.
Jump up. Can I jump up and land at that point? Is it is there a ledgy type of situation?
Yeah, on the panel, like right above it. Yeah, you could try to do that. Yeah, you're gonna have to do a roll to hit to make that happen.
I have accurate.
So you don't roll for those. You're just able to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you're fine. You can jump up to there and land on the top of the panel right above the hole that Stevie made. I say it's half your face, so you can take another half action.
Okay. Well, I'm assessing the situation, as it were.
Yeah, you see down there, and you see the guys are all electrocuted, and that's pretty much what you see. And you see the guys, looking like they're facing off at each other.
Okay. Maximum. I'm gonna need your help in here.
Why?
It's the woman here. She is.
Bring her out.
I don't want to take any chances, Jet. Well, question: does she look like she's welded to the hull?
Oh, that's interesting. No, she's not.
Okay, let me. Do I look like I could lift her? My strength is only 15.
I think even in your own judgment, you would think she's probably too heavy. If she's made in molten metal now, maybe as a normal human you could have, sure, but not the state she's in now.
I can't. She's far too heavy for me to lift. I'm gonna need you, if you can, teleport her out of here.
Okay, so that'll be. I'll say
guys.
Those are your spoken actions for the rest of your turn. I'm gonna move forward, and it is Max's turn. So Max, what do you do?
Go over to this guy and take away his gun. Because he seems to be the threatening one.
Very interesting. Let's see if you can actually do that. A maneuver for disarm.
Disarm.
So you have a -1 OCV to do it, right?
He's at 0 DCV, so yeah.
Yeah.
If you
And
just click on the maneuver, Max, that'll roll it for you.
I just want to make sure I'm actually having to make a grab attack on the gun and all that stuff. If I'm making a grab attack on the gun, it's actually at like -4, but I grabbed the gun.
okay, and you're going to try to get it away from him, but you're going to have to make a strength roll to do it, right? But you have a 50 extra strength, or what do you get extra from a disarm? What extra strength?
Strength
It
versus
tells you
strength.
on the maneuver.
Yeah. Okay. So make your strength roll. He's 0's ECV, so I'm not going to make you roll to try to grab the thing, right? But you do need to make a strength versus strength roll to get it.
Which I'm probably going to fail because I am only at 10 strength. And I barely succeeded, so depends on how much he makes his by.
Yeah, you are not able
He
to.
definitely maintains his gun.
Yeah, not able to get it away from him.
Oh, which is so sad. Because
Okay,
now I have to resort to alternatives.
so that's the end of your turn to do a disarm, right? Yep.
Yep.
Okay. And Cypher, you still have a held action. You want to use the last half of your action?
Sure, why not? I will hit this guy here,
Uh-huh.
or try to hit that guy there.
0 DCV, right? So you should be able to get him.
Just remember, if you hit them hard enough, you can break them out of the entangle.
This is draining his speed.
Awesome.
Uh-huh.
So DCV of 11.
Yeah, you got him.
$15, so he loses 1 point of speed.
Okay, that's very cool. How do I adjust a stat?
You can go into hit change, so it's under movement. There's a change option.
Yeah.
Now, I don't think it actually dynamically changes the speed.
Battle order. Yeah. Let's see. Change down.
It does. Changing speed doesn't happen until post 12.
That's not true.
That's the only time you're supposed to change speed.
That's the only time you can choose to change it. But you can be drained anytime during the turn. And it should take effect immediately, which is a total nightmare for GMs.
How do I...
Particularly for speed.
It's not allowing me to do it. So I don't know that it's going to matter to this guy. But... so you have drained his speed down to 8. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what I've drained it down to. Okay. All right. We're going to go to turn to segment 3, and the guy that you were trying to grab the weapon from, he is going to try to break free from the entangle.
Oh. I expected nothing less.
And he is going to make a roll. Where is the roll maker? Sometimes roll maker. Okay. He is going to 40. All right. So he does 4 body.
So there's 2 body left on it.
Okay. Cool. All right. That's the end of his turn. Fleetwood, if he was going right now, would have a turn, but he
does not get to.
Stevie goes.
Not being on time.
He's saying crap.
So Stevie will fly around so that he's on the other side of the guy who shot at him.
Uh-huh.
And this time I'm going to put my levels into attack.
Okay. Well, but also he's entangled this time, so.
Oh, okay, that's true. So then I'll leave them on defense then.
Okay. Okay, so you hit him.
Okay. And try the no normal defense. See if it does anything.
Okay. Well, you
Whoa,
didn't
16 stun.
Okay, so I will make that a note. That's interesting. I know that's not right. It's not ported in properly. Huh. That's weird. Okay, so he is not. Well, you don't know that, but you definitely hit him squarely. The tangles, electric swirls are around him, and then Stevie's, stunner is hitting him square in the chest or in the back. I guess you hit him in the back. Y'all are just coming at this dude. Okay.
Yep.
That was 16, right?
16, correct.
All right. Okay, so we're going into segment 4. Cypher gets a turn.
Again?
Is that right? Yeah.
I'm going to turn my gun on the other guy here
Uh-huh.
and hit him with it.
Okay. You hit him. And again, he goes down. This guy has gone down by 1 speed too. Okay.
Yes.
Wild Thing. It's your turn.
Okay. Did any of these guys break out of?
Nope, they're not being able to break out. Not quickly, at least.
Not yet.
Okay. I'm going to head back into the ship,
Okay.
drop down,
Okay.
and can you give me a description of what I'm looking at?
I mean, it's the same room. It's empty. You can see that maybe it was like a utility room, and there's a doorway out. Looks like it goes down a hall. It's open. You don't sense any other heartbeats, and there's some boxes and old utility stuff here, maybe some mops and stuff like that. That's pretty much it. Nobody else is in the room except for the lady lying flat, made metal. Her heartbeat is stable at the 1 beat per 10 seconds.
Okay, here's a question. Before I could feel the whatever you want to call it, aura, emanations, whatever, am I still feeling that?
I don't remember what when you say feel it. What do you
But
mean?
when you told me I could feel the emanations that was coming from the ship after rolling, I think I rolled a perception or something like that.
Yeah,
So,
there's not anything
do I still
unnatural
feel
happening now. Now that the that this activator panel has been returned to normal, there's nothing untoward happening. Right? It's
Okay, so I'm not feeling that. That's what that
Mhm.
that I just wanted to make sure.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm going to move. I'm going to, if this is a normal ship, the captain's quarters is probably in the considering if I remember what that ship looked like, captain's quarters, not quarters, the bridge, excuse me,
Mhm.
the bridge is on the aft castle, I think it was, if I remember what the ship looked like. So I'm heading up, and I will let you guys know I'm headed towards the. I just said the word.
Castle.
Yes.
Bridge.
I'm heading for the bridge.
Fly. Okay.
If there's any way of finding out what was going on here, it's going to be there with the captain. Unless you feel you need me.
Just as a reminder, the reason they were using the tunnels is because they couldn't get to where you're at from up top.
Because
Which may mean it may be difficult for you to get up to the top from where you're at.
If I come to a blockage, I'll let you know. Again, unless you need me.
Well, when we're done here, we'll probably grab the lady and teleport out, so you might want to make it quick.
Of course. Switching over to Run.
Run.
Okay, so that conversation, and you can get out of the room. And I'll just say, as soon as you get out of the room, you'll see it with molten metal, kind of the same type of seal. It's almost like amber, like when the nuclear explosions happen, and it's got a radius of where the mushroom cloud is. You can see the curvature of metal safe, but within that, it's just solid. You're not going to be able to get. If when you get out of the hallway, you see solid metal.
Yeah. Okay.
Pretty much around. It left and right, and it's got curvature, which looks like there might have been something that emanated outward from this panel.
Gotcha. So this area was like a bubble of non-metallizing, and everything beyond that area metallized.
It's a good assumption, especially because you swam in and kind of felt the radiating of that metal forming. It was radiating out like a radius. I'm going to move on because there's a lot of good reveals for you in that moment. And if we'll come back. Okay, well, maximum resistance. What do you do?
Well, I'm going to attempt to, let's see.
Hit him hard. You shot Stevie.
Break him out of your own entangle. Break him out.
Apparently, this appears to be concrete floors, not metal floors, so I'm going to try the haymaker again.
Okay.
Sir.
Okay. So that means, like last time, you're going to roll it at the end of the next segment.
Right, at the end of 5.
Okay, got it. So I will move on. The next guys aren't able to get out. Starting 5, and the guy that you are winding up, and he sees the electricity forming around you, but he gets to go, and he's going to try to break out of this thing again. Where's my roll maker? Okay, so this time he breaks out.
He is out.
Yeah.
How dare he?
And he gets, let me double check.
Because he did that with
a half phase action.
Yeah, he does. Okay, so he's gonna shoot you. Make sure I've got the right thing set. Yeah. Oh, goodness. Yep, he is. Okay, we're going to roll to hit.
Pretty much assuming he's going to hit.
9 or less DCV?
Yep. Oh yeah, that hits.
Okay, so he
would have hit me even if I wasn't haymakering.
Yeah. Yep. Okay, so he is going to, and it's interesting. It's like when it hits you, it embeds. There's like a pellet that embeds into you, or like attaches to your suit, and you start to feel. It's like it's messing with your interfaces. Let me see if I can tell you. So 16, and this is a drain of Dex and Intelligence.
Okay, so I have power defense of 10, so I'm going to
Okay.
take 6 of each of those.
Yeah.
Okay.
Does that affect your Dex? Do your OCV?
No, it's not a figured stat anymore.
Oh yeah. Okay, cool. So he's done his thing. And
Which is actually kind of nice that it doesn't, because that was always a nightmare for people.
yeah, in the middle of the moment. Okay, so this is about to be the
Drains
end.
your dex, which drops your speed and your OCV. And
So at the end of segment 5, your moment happens. So if you'll roll your attack and
yeah, that actually didn't knock me back or anything. So yeah. Wow, that was a kind of a bad choice on his part, I think.
Well, yeah, I think he wouldn't have expected you to have power defense to be able to. He was trying to slow you down. Okay, so
DCV 6, unfortunately.
yeah, so you don't hit him with that.
But I do blow a big hole in next to him, probably.
Yeah, and if you want to see how big it is, you can. But this is reinforced and everything. I don't think it's gonna. It's into the ground even, or into the ship. Yeah, that's amazing. Yeah, so let's say that goes back into the ship and you blow another hole at the bottom of this ship, like, you know, because that would have broken through the defense. Cool.
That actually blows a big chunk out of reinforced concrete, even.
Yeah, it's pretty devastating.
Is the place filling with water now?
No, it hasn't broken through the seal. That metal that would have created that cell is really thick. Segment 6. First of all, are you all okay continuing for a few more minutes? I think it's going to wrap.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm good.
Cool. Thanks, Whooping. Okay, Cypher, it's your turn.
I'm gonna go back to number 1 again and hit him again.
Okay. Poor guys. You're not even going to be able to move. Stripped them of their strength upstairs. Now they're even will to move. Yeah, you hit them. Oh, wow.
I could use the hand of the guy that's fighting back.
Yeah, I know. He keeps hitting the other guys. He's like, you've got this, Max. You've got this. So who did you hit? This agent over here? Or this one?
Yeah, number. Yeah, this
Did
This guy-
Beast drop out?
Huh? No, Beast is still on.
He dropped out of the
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he did.
Discord.
So I'm going to take this guy.
And I'm closing down the stream.
No, am I like accidentally moving the thing? Okay. I can't. I'm having trouble moving my guy. So the guy, he crumples to the floor. He's like frozen in space. Thank you very much. Okay. Not Fleetwood. Wild Thing. You are in the hallway surrounded by kind of curved metal. You can't see through it. It's not like amber, but it's pretty shiny. What do you do?
I'm going to tap a claw. Get an idea of the tensile strength of this.
It is enormously strong. It is solid through. It's almost like the mantle, the core of the earth.
I think we're going to need sand crab for this, I say, as I head back towards the hole.
Okay.
and see another hole.
So are you going back into the room where the lady's lying?
Yeah, and I've been keeping tabs on her heartbeat, making sure it doesn't change.
Yeah, it's exactly the same. Like clockwork.
Good. Besides the storage room, are there like boxes and things like that?
Yeah, that's right.
Are they metal, or can I open them?
No, you could open them. They're just like cardboard boxes and some things. It's like supplies and stuff like that. What are you after?
Nothing.
Yeah, nothing
Oh, I
special.
wanted to see what their cargo was.
Yeah, this isn't where they would keep the cargo. The cargo is up board. It's like a where
Okay,
freight
this
cargo.
is just a storage room.
Mhm.
Okay, this is just a storage room. Got you.
That's right. Anything else you would want to do?
Know the name of the ship. And you say I can't see through that metal. You
No.
described it as amber, but
No.
I can't
It's
see
got that
through
kind of sheen, but it's not. You cannot see through it.
okay. I'm going to go back to her and see if maybe she might have a name tag
That's
that might be
interesting.
readable.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting. Yeah. So you will see. It's make a perception roll. See if you can make some sense of it. She does have one, but it's been turned into some metal. So you're gonna have to kind of like look on the light and the reflection to try to see what might have been there. When I say the wild thing, make a perception roll. It's almost as if I should just tell you the thing.
Hey, I can always, miss.
Yeah, you can make
This
out.
won't be one of those times.
No, this is not going to be. You can make out from kind of the shimmer of print that's now metallic the name Dr. Young. I'm going to move on. Unless you want to move on, but Stevie
Well,
go.
the only thing I would do is see if I can contact, if we have any communications with Socrates yet.
No.
If we've reestablished communications, okay.
No.
All right, then yeah, I'm done.
Okay, Stevie.
So I'm gonna Cypher's gonna say into the comms, hey, if you're done fooling around in there, you want to come help us fight these guys?
Jesus.
If not, that's fine, but
You know.
Okay, so Stevie is gonna try to hit again with his NMD.
Okay.
You're serious. She mumbles under her breath.
Who's he trying to hit? The guy. Oh yeah, the same guy. His vendetta. He misses.
7 misses.
7 misses.
Ow.
Yeah. Okay. Max, what do you do?
I place another entangle pretty much in the same location.
Mm-hmm.
Hit myself even.
Yeah, I was thinking. You're hitting him. You're hitting him.
I can teleport out of it though.
Yeah.
He can't.
Okay. So roll your hex. See if you hit it.
Oh yes.
Okay. So roll your.
And roll well. Roll well.
No.
3 body.
Okay.
So
Same.
3 defense, 3 body.
Okay. Cool. So you're
Pretty
entangled.
normal.
So he's entangled. All of y'all are entangled. We're all entangled together.
Everybody's entangled.
Everybody's entangled. All right. Okay, we are at segment 8, the top of it. He is going to try to break free. So he rolled 7 body.
Wow.
With his strength.
8 dice? Holy hell. 40 strength equivalent. Jeez.
Yep.
Okay. Didn't see that before.
Uh-huh. This guy, oh no, you wouldn't be able to detect any of that with your special senses. So no, I can't explain.
Well, he is and has a full phase.
Okay, so he is going to shoot at you again, and he's disappointed and disgusted, so he is going to hit you. A DCV of 11 or less, he's going to hit.
I'm at DCV 0, so.
Yeah. So let's see. He is going to unleash a blast out of this weapon. And it's 37 stun, 11 body.
Okay. No body, and that'll be 11 stun.
Does it break the entangle as well?
Oh yeah, it'll knock me out of the entangle.
Oh, but the entangle and you take damage from it, right?
Yeah, we both take damage.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah,
Cool.
it isn't a defense. He just broke the entangle for me.
Cool.
That was very. Oh, thank you.
It's very nice of him. Let me roll some knockback dice.
Yes.
And that was 11 body, is that right?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So he rolled a 1. So what is that? 10.
He rolled a 3.
Oh, sorry. I saw the body on it and look at that. So
8. That would be 8 hexes. 8. Yeah. 16 meters. No, it'd be 8 hexes, 16 meters.
yeah. So let's just draw that from where you would go. Yeah, I think you're going to go into the wall. Right? I mean, and let's see, it's back here because he hits you back this far. Let me move back a little bit. 16 would get you back here.
Now remember, we've got a double, so we're only going to move 8 on this map.
Oh, yes.
Of the doubling.
So you don't hit the wall. Thank you. I even said that myself and then didn't remember it. So you're going to go back here, but you're not going to hit a wall. You'll just be on the ground. So no damage to you. Okay. That is his turn.
So where am I?
You
Go ahead and
are.
move me.
You are. Yeah, I'll move you.
There?
Yep.
Okay.
That's right.
Boom.
Cypher's turn.
Am I in the entangle?
Ooh, I think
Or you?
he's right here.
Oh no, you were outside the entangle.
Uh-huh.
It only hit like the 3 of them. So those 2 are entangled again, or still.
Yeah. It's as tough as the last one, so it takes the
Yeah, it
strongest.
doesn't make it any better.
Yeah. So no, you're not entangled, Cypher.
Okay. So over comms, Max, are you still conscious?
Still stings.
I didn't hear you.
Yes, it still stings.
Okay. Do you think we should beat a hasty retreat?
I think we should kick his ass.
Well, then let's try that, shall we?
Okay, Cypher. What are you bringing?
I'm gonna try to flash him.
It's so rude. Oh, you got him. Yeah, 10 or less.
Actually, it's not an individual flash, it's an area.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go. You got him anyway.
So
Okay.
he's flashed for 9 segments.
Well, what type of flash is it? Just a sight flash?
Yes, just sight.
Okay.
I don't have the good one like Max does.
Yeah. And
Yours is stronger, though.
he has flare shielding, sight flash defense of 8 points.
1 is good.
So it's basically one phase. Is that right?
Segment. Yeah.
One
segment,
segment. Okay. So
So he would be blinded now.
yeah, after
Well,
he's
he
gone.
would be blinded for segment 9.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Okay.
So he's at half DCP right now,
Mm-hmm.
and I should be going soon. And Wild Thing's going too.
Yeah. Wild Thing, what are you doing?
I heard the conversation.
Mhm.
I'm going to leap out of
Yeah,
and out.
I'll let you get there with your full face, but not be able to take it because it was a half face just to get to the top of the thing.
Well, actually, I'm going to fly.
Okay.
Probably. Could I fly within the half phase?
No, you'll be getting there, and then that's your turn.
Okay.
But
That's my.
yeah,
I'll be able to act next phase.
that's right.
I mean, next second.
That's right.
Okay.
Okay, cool. So Wild Thing shows up on the scene, flying from the hole that was created, and Max has his turn, bearing down on the whomever he wants to hit. Actually,
Teleport to there,
Can we go please?
and doing so, go from sitting my butt on the ground to standing because I've got positional shift.
cool.
And then I'm going to blast him again. Just straight up blast him.
Roll bad. Roll bad.
No. Hey, he's not getting a haymaker.
So he's
And
at
I can
half.
still roll badly on the hit.
Yeah, but you got him because he would be at half his DCV.
Yes.
Yeah, so you hit him. Okay. Lord. Okay. Is that penetrating or anything like that?
Nope, it's just straight up blast damage.
Okay.
Oh god, penetrating or anything like that would be gross.
Yeah, it would be terrible. 21 down to...
Trading. Yeah, that's the ticket. Me and
Okay.
my
Let's
wife.
do some knockback up.
Yeah, so roll your knockback. Let's see if he gets hit. 16 body minus 7.
So he'd take an extra 9 dice of damage from hitting the wall behind him.
Yeah, so he's going to hit that edge of the ship. He's not going to fall into the water because there isn't water there. But
Right.
it's solid.
Wow, for 9 dice, that's not bad.
That's really good.
Yeah. 21. That's 11 more. That is 12. How much did you just do there? 20.
41. Oh, you're totaling
so
it up.
That's 23. Is this energy or physical? Energy, right?
This one is energy. This one's energy, yes.
Yeah.
It's the lightning bolt.
So that's...
I have a physical one as well, but it's half endurance and a lot less damage.
Is it equal to or exceeding the con?
He exceeds the con to stun.
Okay, he is not con stunned.
Again, Zeus.
And, hold on just a second.
53 damage would have kicked my ass.
He did not fall. He managed to, when you hit him, he managed
Holy hell!
to stay standing.
Yeah, I didn't bother to roll my break fall. Mine's only on a 12 or less. So.
Okay, so these normal dudes are not making it out. It is segment 9. There is no Fleetwood going, but Stevie goes. Stevie.
Go, Stevie.
Okay.
And he's
Go,
still
Stevie.
blind on the segment 9, right? Until the end of segment 9. So
Okay.
you might hit him with your NND this time. It might do him in that once again force me to get insulation on every character I ever make. If this is it, this could end the. Mm-hmm. It hits him.
DCD 9? Yep.
Yeah, well, half of that because he's blind. Okay,
23 stun.
23. Okay.
Nice roll.
Yeah, this is hilarious. So Stevie, the person who he fired on first and he fired back, Stevie picked the fight and has ended the fight, and you see the guy slump to the ground. with the smoldering of Stevie's N&D blast because he is not insulated. Darn it.
I really wish my haymaker would have hit.
Yeah.
Oh, no kidding. That would have been nice.
Okay, so this guy slumps to the ground. The other guys are pinned to the ground. I'll give you a couple of seconds before he gets any recoveries and is able to do anything. What do you all want to do?
To make sure he stays out.
I could hit him with my speed drain.
Yeah, and I won't make you all go through this. If you
Hit
just
him
want
with
to,
the recovery drain.
You know, I never thought of that, but sure, I could switch it to recovery because it's any characteristic.
Yeah, that's painful.
oh,
It's Sandcrab. You here by any chance?
Yeah, I'm here. Sorry, I'm late.
no. I'm glad that you joined with us. I'm sorry we were too far in for me to. I couldn't think of a way to make it happen. I just
Didn't expect it.
Yeah, sorry about that, man. I'm gonna for narrative purposes, Max and Wild Thing, are y'all wanting to get any just sucker punches on this guy because he ticked you off, or are you just gonna let Cypher drain his recovery?
Well, he can drain his recovery, but I want to put him down enough so that he's not getting up right away.
So you are gonna go punch him a couple of times. Or
no, I'm not going to punch him.
bolt
I'm going to hit
him
him with a lightning bolt because my punches are like a,
Yeah. You're 10.
schoolgirl.
Yeah. So your bolts of lightning, drains of energy, you all do all that, and he is, you can tell that the force flex smash is absorbing a lot, but y'all are just waylaying him down, and he's gonna be down for a while. So
Good.
what are y'all gonna do?
Does he have a name tag?
He does not.
Hi, I'm Bob.
No, he does not.
Oh, bummer. I was hoping to get this guy's name. He stood up a lot more than some of the others I've faced.